Right, welcome back. Are we recording? Yes, we are. Excellent. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to animate this. Of course, there are multiple animations that we need to create in order to take this into the game engine. We need an idle animation for the character. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Actually, before that, let's go and say File, Export as an FBX, and we'll call this main char. Okay, and we want to make sure that smoothing group is checked. We don't have animation, so we don't want animation, but we need to actually do one animation because we want to make sure that, yeah, make sure animation is checked, but you don't need to bake animation or anything because we want to make sure that we take skins with us. So that's that. Now what we want to do, we want to start animating this. One we need is an idle. What is the character going to do in idle? Actually, I need to delete everything I've done currently in idle. Let's get the character to, I don't know, do this maybe, or just get his. It could be a badass. It could just be, doing that constantly because it's just that bad. Or we would just get him. I mean, if I had done IKs, etc., I could just get him to, for example, breathe from this angle, from this bone. But right now the legs move when we do that. So what I'll actually do, I'll have a longer idle rather than a very short idle. What I mean by that is, I'll have an idle where he's constantly looking around, basically. Probably too much movement, so I just want there to be not so much movement actually. In fact, I'll probably just delete that and start again. So very little there, very little here, very little there, and I will have that on 2040. I'll have him. Actually, you know what, on 860 I'll have him look elsewhere, and I'll have him loop back to. Okay, so if I was to show you this from 0 to 80, okay, here we have its starting position, okay, where he sort of moves his head to the right, and then I could go to I could have put keyframes on 40, but I didn't because here he's going to the right, and the next movement I want him to go to look to the left. If it takes him to go to look right, which is here, in 20 seconds, in order for him to look left, first he needs to go back to the center and then to the left, which means 20 frames to go to the center and then 24 more frames to go to the left, and then back to its. Okay, so here I need to sort of get him to look around a little bit. So that's a lot. So something like this. I don't really approve of the pause. Let's see if this was 59. Now let's bring back 80. Let's go to graph editor, track view curve editor, and let's have a rotation. Select all of those and set them all to slow. See how that looks. It's going to be really annoying. What that'll do. So I want to export this as anim underscore idle. Oops, why? Cancel. File, and you need to make sure that your timeline is the same size as your animation. File, export, anim, idle, save. In your FBX file, you want to make sure that smoothing group is checked, animation is checked, bake animation from 0 to 80 is checked, all that is checked. Press OK, and that's it. So let's go ahead and delete everything. Then what we need is a walk cycle. Now, for the walk cycle, he needs to start. Actually, let's go ahead and save this. He needs to start in walk mode. And how can the walk mode behave? Well, what we'll do is we'll have him. I'll turn my angle snap tool now so I know how many degrees I'm moving everything. Here I will move this bone 25 degrees, and I will also do the same thing with this 20. Sorry, which one did I move? I think I moved that one. We could actually freeze this. We don't need to select this free selection. 25 there. And let's go to the left view, select this one, 25 here, and same with the other one, 25 here. Okay, so that's what we're going to start off with. Okay, so we're going to select everything and keyframe those. It's going to take 15 frames, 20 frames for that to reverse. So that goes to 25, so minus 50, minus 50, and these ones go plus 50. Let's see how is the thing. Okay, that's not too bad. And then it should take another 40 frames for it to go back. So I'm gonna select everything and just copy that keyframe over here. I'll go to frame 20 and I'll record that there as well. So we have, okay. So 40 is our walk cycle. And what we want to do is do that, and while that's happening we want to have his head also move. So what we'll do is by 10 we'll move his head down a little bit. Sorry, by 20 we'll have his head, actually at 0 we'll have his head down by 10, and here we'll have his head 10 up, and again 10 down, I guess. And at this stage we'll have his head 5 to the right, and here 5 to the left, and 5 to the right again. Actually, he needs to go, when his front foot goes to the left, he needs to go left, but he needs to look down. I don't know how many degrees I've brought that down. Actually that was 10, so let's bring him 10 down again so that his head here goes 10 up, and again 10 up again. Oops, right in the last frame. So I'm basically undoing what I've done in terms of his head movement going up and down. So here it goes, is 5 to the right, so if I did that, his head would be completely straight again. But so what animation do we have right now? His head goes 5 to the left, and then it should go 5 to the right, which it does. So for that reason, here should be 5 to the right. But here it should probably go. Actually, let's record that here as it is. Record this here as it is, and record this here as it is. But between, which is 10, I could have 5 up, so it goes, and then 35 up again. So then his walk is like this. On the left hand side, what I could again do, every time his feet touch the floor, whichever foot touches the floor, these additional bones that I had here, I could have them come down a little bit. I'm not exactly sure how many degrees I've brought this down. I think it's 10, 15, 20 down, and here again 1, 2, 3, 20 down, and this one I will take 10 up and 10 up. Here I would have this 30 down, 30 down, oops, 30 down, and this one I will have 30 up, I think. I'm not sure what values I used, to be honest, but it's fine. And here I could have same keyframe there. Seems like there is a huge jump here between these ones. So let's select everything here and record it. Just have the exact same keyframe over there. Okay. Maybe I should animate this a little. Okay, so by 10 here, it would be 5 forward, 5 back, and 5 forward again. 5 back, 5 forward again. What we could also do is on 10 we could have over here we could have 5 to the left, 5 to the left, and here 5 to the right, 5 to the right. Here again, 5 to the left, 5 to the left. Okay. Let's animate, export this as anim idle, nope, anim walk. Press OK to that, and let's go ahead and file, open up the main model again. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this here because how long was that? It took us about 15 minutes to do idle and walk animation. What you also need to do is a minimum of jump start, jump loop, jump end, and as well as one special animation that you're gonna have yourself as well. Once you do that, then you can take it into the game engine and have that working. In fact, I could bring that over here and try to get that going. Let's go ahead and say import, and I could go ahead and import my main character, skeleton mesh, etc. Import this over here. What I'm missing from the thing, not sure what that is. Let's go ahead and create a new folder, call this anim, and let's go ahead and import the anim idle and walk, and import a skeletal. Nope. Import this. Import all. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, these. Sorry, my bad. That is not what you should be doing. Force delete all of these. Import again. Bring the animations in again. Once you bring them in, you want to actually choose the main character skeleton mesh that you already brought. So this is not a skeleton mesh, is it? It is, but okay, let's go ahead and say we don't want the materials, import all. Let's have a look. That is not what I want. Let's have a look. If I go back one groups, go back to the tutorial character, we have all of that. Okay, so if I go to the anim, are these animated? That doesn't have animation. That doesn't have animation. Oh, there's something extremely wrong here. Oh, I see. There you go. Then it's an animation like that. But I believe I'm making a mistake by bringing sorry, it's been a while I haven't used this. So let's go ahead and import that again. And name these two. Just set them to. Don't import the mesh. That's it. So we don't want to import the mesh. Just import all. Okay, that's what we want. Excellent. So we'll go to excellent. So that's what it is. So we'll close this, go back here, and I could go ahead and say create. In fact, I will just create a animation blueprint, or let's create a blend space 1D first of all from the main character, and call this blend space. And inside the blend space, we are going to have a labeled named. You have to forgive me if I make any mistakes. I haven't done this for a very long time. Speed, that goes 375, I believe. 4 is fine. Apply that. We want anim idle there, and we want the walk to be over there. And oops, there. Walk to be here. Excellent. Let's save that and close this. Oh, another thing that we need is a animation blueprint, and call this based on the main character. Okay, and call this anim BP turtle, and open that up. And inside of the anim BP, we want to create a new state machine that we are going to plug into this, and inside of this we are going to have an entry. Our animations is going to be, for now, nothing but the blend space, and that's going to go into that. In the blend space, We have this. Which, so going back to the state machine, entry, and then block. Do I want a state machine? I'm sure I want a state machine. Yeah, I'm sure I want a state machine. So state machine that goes into there, and and then we should have the 1D blend space that goes into that, and that goes into this. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So promote this to a variable and call this variable speed, and inside the event graph we can go and say, oops, did not intend to do that. Right from that, say is valid, and if it is, then we're gonna say get get velocity, get not path length, just one length, actually vector length, that's it. And then we want to bring that and set it to whatever this is. So let's compile that. Let's go back into there. Let's go into our actual characters blueprint, and inside the viewport I'm going to change the static mesh into the main character, and in terms of the material we have a char mat that I want to bring in, and there should be an animation blueprint that should be a animation blueprint that we can anim BP turtle, which is fine. So all I did was here replace the main character with our character, so that, I mean, it jumps, but it doesn't have any jump animations. It's either simply idle or it's walk, etc. But the reason I didn't really go into detail here is because I have already another video tutorial which explains completely in detail what you need to do in order to bring your characters into Unreal Engine and create walk, idle, run, jump, start, loop, end, etc. Everything else that you need to know, and how to create your own characters blueprint, etc. I just used the existing character blueprint inside Unreal Engine to make this job easier. But there you go. I basically finished the assignment that we were supposed to do by week 5, I think. I finished it minus a couple of missing animations in one night. I'm sure you can do it in 5 weeks, and if you have any questions, good luck. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That is one good looking turtle. It's actually not very good looking. It's good looking for the time it took to make it, but either way, hope you had fun. It's almost 9 p.m. and I'm still at work. I gotta go. Thank you very much. Good night.